I mean, they are quite tough to handle. We go on this one, figure. That's how we like it. Right, we're down. It's a big swell on south. Sunderland's 20 mile an hour almost. I'm gonna have a go. We managed to sort of tuck in, get a bit of shelter. Still got a bit of a wind sort of on our left cheek. We ended up on a different mark to what I said we were going to go on. So I'll just show you the bait and I'll show you the swell. We're just going to cast this out and then I'll show you the swell. I'll show you the bait now. That's what I'm pulling in. Just mackerel with head and tail nipped off. Pulley rig. This is the tail gauge. So we get on. Ready? Video, are we on?
Yeah.
Is it videoing?
Yeah.
Why are you going like that? The other way?
Because I can.
The other way? That's it, right. Conger. I'll scrap conger. Finally we've caught something.
I don't know whether it's going or not.
Have a look.
Oh, it is, it is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Get him on up
Pound and a half.
at best. She left him out for bait. Get him up.
I've ever seen.
I think he's got a fish on. Says it's bigger than mine. Right, it's definitely got a fish. You can see that line's kiting a bit. See how the old super casters. You've got an us. Nice us for my dad. It's a lovely us, that. Absolutely nice North Wales us. We're going to put it on scales, I think, in a bit, and we'll let you know once it weighs in a bit. Said it would be bigger fish than what I had on. Yeah, that us weighed, we're a double figure us. I'll give him 9.12 for it. I was just winding him up saying about, at least I've caught something. You want to call that conger? Then he just lands a £10 us. It's not on that at all. I've had a couple of casts with feathers on, but because of condition I've had to put a 5 ounce lead on. We're still looking strands of weed, but with a 3 ounce lead I wasn't catching anything because the wind was stopping your line from sinking, so I put a 5 ounce on and 2 casts. 3 casts I had a pollock get off, then I caught a pollock, then I caught a fresh mackerel. So still got plenty of time left in this session yet. You know, anything could happen. Because we're quite high up, landing that huss was quite awkward. I had to go down to the bottom ledge. From a safety point of view, if you don't know what you're doing, it's not really advisable, and that's not being clever. You know, we fished down here for years, so we sort of know where the waves break sometimes. Still could get caught out. Main thing when we landed that fish. So I'm going to change my bottom bait now and see if we can get some more mackerel out on feathers as well while that's one that's been rebaited. So I got 3 on and lost 1. Them 2 there are proper autumn mackerel. The one in the middle's quite big. Get in. Let's get some right baits off that.
I don't want to beach it down here.
No. Sorry, I'm going to worse off. Where do you want me to go with it? Are you going to go under my rod? Yeah. Concentrate on the fish, yeah? Kicking a bit, isn't it? I'll drop down now. I'll just stick to the back. Right, I'm going to have to scoot camera. This is what I'm dealing with, guys. I've just landed my dad's us. I'm not even going to bother taking it up there for a picture. See ya, we'll get him coming back. You've got to watch it. It is dangerous. So, put him back. Not very pretty, but it's rough. So we're going to head back up the ramps now. About £7 or £8 we think that were actually. So, 2 plus for my dad. Gets in. You've got to be really careful, like I say. Got a swell here. Just going to have the camera off so I can have a safe exit. It's ended up being pretty decent for mackerel this morning. One of them was massive. It's like a tuna. Just caught enough what we need now. I've got the favour anymore. I think key was putting that heavier weight on, wasn't it really? Conditions and stuff, definitely. As soon as I put an heavier weight on, the rig started sinking better and I'll catch fish straight away, so it's been a good session so far. In my bed. With 2 bullets. It just shows up being consistently confident with the method that you're using. It works, you know. That beach caster that he used has had a fair few us on that. Big time. Still got time. I think it could hook a taupe in this, no problem. It's landing it a bit of a problem. You could see it's a bit air raising going down there, landing fish, but I probably won't fish here on my own on a side like in a swell like this, other than for mackerel. I think it'd be too dangerous on your own. With 2 of you, you can sort of work things out between you. You can keep an eye out to see while I land the fish and stuff like that, or whatever. So, certainly better than the other 2. I'm just going to go with these sabikis, see if we can get anything out in terms of species. So we've got 2 hooks are baited with that vertically alive that I found in one of my last videos on Western Sands. And the top 3 just got slithers of mackerel on. So I'm just going to drop it down in this gully behind me, see if we can catch anything. Well, the sun's out, the wind's eased, the tide's calmed down, looks like a completely different day. It's crazy, you just take like probably 8 to 10 mile an hour off the wind and the sea's just a completely different animal. It's got a bite, it's getting... Ooh, go on then. Tentative bite, and it's been doing. That's literally the rig's only just at the bottom.
I'm going to take it.
Yeah, take it.
If I don't, I'm going to end up with gold.
Yeah. Stuck at the moment.
Probably 20 as well.
Yeah. So usually they would say. Sometimes if you give them some slack, it's a good idea, isn't it? You know, they'll let their own way out their hole sometimes, or even twang the line as well before, haven't we? We've had them on the beach line, but it makes shocks. Send a sensation down the line that makes them come out. I didn't develop between my dad, but I've just reeled my rod and I've got a us on. This is how we're landing it. You're alright, Dad, swell's definitely fine now. Does it look any bigger than 11? You what? Yeah, do you want to put it back? Slow up a bit, just so we can... See, it's a nice one. That's a nice one, isn't it? Yeah. Nice one, cheers, Dad. Just updating now. That bite my dad had on not the section where I just had that hose. It come out the snag while we were unhooking the hose. I think it's on now, pretty sharp. What is it? It's a roughly. It's something small, whatever it is. Or is it a mullet? Mullet? That might be coming back out this bait, might it? Yeah. Just
that bait, Carl.
Yeah. Just, what did you had a mackerel tail section, didn't you? Yeah. Just shows you, doesn't it? Yeah, I reckon the pollock that we've just started, that my dad's just started, I reckon the original bite might have been a conger or huss, because the bait had been chomped down. There was a little bit of mackerel on the hook, and it's took it, ate a hook inside of its cheek. It's gone out for a taupe that now. Hole. It's a bit of a frantic few minutes there. Hopefully there'll be some more fish show. I don't think it's done yet. I think it might do a couple more fish, hopefully. We'll see. Dad's into another bus.
That was tiny, the bite.
jerky thing. So I like to see memories from my childhood with old Kerry Supercast bent double. That's what I like to see. It looks like it's going to be a nice one. I'm going to jump out and do it. I'll take pliers with me, yeah? It wasn't us, it was a conger. Didn't have to go down for it, luckily.
It sucked it right in the lip.
Yeah. A toe straight in the snout. Oh. Yeah, that's a conger. It's about what, 4 or 5 pound maybe. It looks lovely in its snout, so I'm going to get him put back. He's in again. I think we might have a strap on, boot lace. Yeah, but no, because when you get it so far in, they seem to pull more, don't they? Well, it's probably a bit unsafe now, guys. A lot of people here, but in fact, we're just not passing it out. Stop it on it. Yeah, no, because that's the last page anyway. Yeah.
That were half the side.
So on. Yeah, half the side of mackerel that. It's been much better than yesterday. Every bait up near enough, the hooks have come back stripped. We've caught some decent fish. Tope remain a bit elusive, but I'm sure they're not too far away. So we'll get packed up anyway. Right, so I'm back up now. We've just got back before a storm come. I'm going to upload this video as it is. It's part 2 if you like. I mean, obviously we've had a better session down there today than what we had yesterday. Just going to show you a rig that we've been using today mainly. I mean, I've used pulley rigs with a great deal of effect over the past few years, you know I have. But I have come back to this other rig that my dad used. It's like a running ledger rig with a body on it, like I've showed before. I do think sometimes it can fish a bit more I think it can present your bait a bit better on the seabed sometimes. Some people might disagree with me. It's definitely not better for casting, don't get me wrong. So basically we have, this just happens to have an 8 O'Shaughnessy on. I've been using some, I caught my us today on a 10 Kiki. To start with today I was using a pulley rig, but I just reversed these, put them the other way up. I was using a pulley rig, so obviously I'd have been hooked on that running swivel there if you like, and I was clipping it down into a Gemini splash down like that. I don't really like the rig as such. I like it for casting, I love it for casting, I really do, but I've just been assessing myself in these conditions. Obviously it's been tough for casting because of the conditions, so I have been doing my dad's method, which is to tie it on. It's to tie his lead onto the swivel here on there, on a weak linker line, and then just tie the rig on to your main line on this swivel. I think that presents your bait far better on the seabed. It's not at risk when a tope or big fish picks it up and going around your main line. And I've been obviously analysing myself when I lost that tope the other week. It does suggest that if you had that rig on, it may have not got wrapped around my main line. But it's just a thought. Other people might have their own ideas on it. My dad, like I said, he was brought up down here fishing. He's fished down here since the probably what 60s maybe. Been coming through here all his life. We're born in the 50s, so he was fishing down here when he was a child. And obviously some of them aren't tackle graveyards. And the running ledger rig, you're not using as many components. It does cast pretty well, to be fair, and you just literally you don't need to use elastic. You just can do a section of mackerel like the head with a bit of neck on. You can just do the head. You can do the tail section. Just hook it through that once, and you're away. That's it. You just cast it down. Simple as that. Which means your bait's in the water for longer because you're not messing about elasticating everything up and whatever else. It can be a bit overkill, I find it sometimes. I'm not dissing anyone that uses that, because it does. I know it does work with the pulley rig and baiting it up, putting full mackerel and all that type of thing. It does work, so that's what we use. Because you want to be losing as minimal amount of tackle as possible, don't you? So if you haven't got all the fancy Dan components, sometimes it does work better. Now, My dad doesn't even use a shock leader when he's fishing like this. He just lets, his reel's nice and smooth, his rod's quite good for casting, and he just casts it out. Don't absolutely try and compress the rod or anything, but he's doing 60 to 70 yards, and that's always been good enough for him, you know. I mean, on a still day with the pulley rig on, I can probably cast it out quite a bit further, you know, but I can't say my results have improved any, so yeah. I mean, good session today, brought back a lot of childhood memories. He's still the master, isn't he? He taught me how to fish down here. Definitely still the master. And what's quite I admire about him is the fact that he just keeps going. You know, we haven't fished for a number of years, and he just keeps going with the same consistency, the same rig, not interested in even looking at a pulley rig, same method, consistently, and the results are there. You know, he caught the biggest fish of the session. He's outfished me on the bottom today, you know. I'm glad I finished on a huss. I had a specimen mackerel, but it just proves, doesn't it? I think I've been overthinking a lot of stuff. Simplicity sometimes is the way forward, isn't it? So we'll leave it there anyway. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. It's going to blow up. We're on Tuesday now, so obviously Wednesday tomorrow. This is the 6th of September, Tuesday the 6th. Wednesday's tomorrow, the 7th. We're going to try and do the same again. Bit dangerous doing what we were doing today with landing fish and stuff. The last one that I didn't end up going down for, I said I was going down on camera, but didn't end up going down. There was some sweeping waves, but luckily the fish that surfaced, it wasn't a huss, it was a conger. You know, in that situation, it's probably advisable to use a leader. I use a leader for purpose of that type of thing. But we got away with it today in terms of landing fish. We want a taupe. It might not be a good idea to get one on in the conditions as they are. I think come the end of the week it's going to fish its nuts off for him. I really do, but I'm not going to be here. Just looking at the winds, tides and everything. So, but we had a good time. You know, it's really nice to spend some time with Dad and catch some fish. So yeah, really successful session. I'm going to go have a cup of tea now, I think. So see you in the next one, guys. Catch you later. Thank you very much.